Hello, my name is Amanda Macaro, and I'm here to talk to you today about effective communication. When it comes to working with a team of peers, one may find it difficult to communicate. There are several reasons why effective communication can be lost when working with a team, especially with a team of educators that teach the same content or curriculum. These reasons can range from personal taste to passion about one area over the other. For example, one teacher really thinks that the American Civil War is the most important thing to focus on, while another may focus on the Russian Revolution. Or they can just flat out have a disagreement about what's important in content and standards. Lots of times when working with a group of peers, disagreement occurs because of a lack of communication, not because they aren't communicating at all. In higher education, it can happen because of personality conflicts or because new methods are being introduced to the education field that new teachers are bringing in that more tenured teachers don't want to use. Also, in this day and age, more often people rely on technology in order to communicate, usually via email. While technology has been great for the world of education, it has also allowed communication to fall flat, as people are unable to express what they truly mean through text. While it would be nice to say that it only happens with students and teachers, it often happens from peer to peer as well. Good thing there are ways to communicate effectively in order to put one's feelings aside when working with a team. The first way to communicate effectively is to be clear and concise about what is being said. For example, if I'm working with a team of middle school social studies teachers and we're discussing the upcoming standard revision for our school district, I could state the following. The purpose of these standards are to create a method of teaching rather than check boxes that teachers feel they need to get through by the end of the school year. Using this method where I was clear and concise about the purpose of the standards, it leaves rooms for questions, and there was nobody who feels attacked by what was said. I have clearly stated what the objective is and have not belittled anybody. A second way to make sure that effective communication is happening amongst team members is to be an effective listener. Many people fall short here. Instead of listening with the intent to actually listen to what the speaker has to say, they hear one word and then may actually begin listening with the intent to respond to what has been said or make their point. When effectively listening to the speaker and their points, it's easier to ask clarifying questions and to understand their viewpoint. In addition to being clear and concise and being an active listener, one must also be present in the conversation. This might mean setting norms for your project group. Example of norms may be on time, no cell phones, don't speak or whisper to others while someone else is speaking, etc. It's important to be present and work on whatever it is you're working on and set everything else aside in order to effectively communicate with your project group in order to get the project that you're working on finished. If you do it right the first time, you don't have to do it again. Another important factor to effective communication is to use your voice. It's okay to disagree with others as long as you do it respectfully. Try key phrases like, I hear what you're saying, but I don't quite understand. Can you explain it to me a different way? Or, if I understood you correctly, this is what you said, but I disagree with you because blank. Or correct me if I'm wrong. After all, the end result is to work with your group in order to effectively communicate, and that's what's most important. Of course, these are just guidelines when it comes to having effective communication. They, however, may not stop tensions from arising. Here are two ways you can de-escalate a situation. The first is to take a step back and just listen. Not talk, not offer advice, just listen. Once you have done that, you can take the opportunity to respond to the person and address their concerns. Sometimes this is all it takes to de-escalate an argument. It happens when people feel like they have been acknowledged. Another way to de-escalate a situation is to take a break from it. When tensions are at their highest, it's okay to walk away and say, I need to move on from this right now, but let's come back to it later. This helps everyone take a break and gives everyone time to reflect. Effective communication is what makes educators great at their jobs. And if they follow these tips when working with anyone, they can absolutely make the biggest impact as possible. Thanks for listening.